Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We need to have a short discussion about Chromebook care and expectations due to the rising number of Chromebook issues that we are continuing to have this year. General care instructions that you already know, but we want to re emphasize. First and foremost, operate the Chromebooks with clean hands. That means keep your talkie fingers away from the keyboards. These are not your personal devices, therefore, you should not be decorating them with drawings or personal stickers. If teachers see that you have a sticker on your Chromebook, they will ask you to remove it. And then, of course, there should be no food or drink near the Chromebooks because that has caused several issues already. When they are in use, you should always be sitting down using your Chromebook and they should be placed on a stable, flat surface. Now, you can use them if you are standing next to a table or something like that, some stable, flat surface where you can put them. Make sure you don't hang your Chromebook off the edge of a table and try to use it like this, because that's what's going to happen. Also, I've seen too many students trying to balance their Chromebook on one hand while using it. And again, we want to avoid doing that because this is what's going to happen. So please be aware of those issues. If there is a point in time when you are using your Chromebook and you need to pass it off to another person, both of you should use two hands. The person passing the Chromebook and the person receiving the Chromebook should each use two hands. Never pass a Chromebook with one hand, like you see here, and never grab it by the screen if you're the person receiving it. Anytime you put a lot of pressure on the screen, they tend to crack, as we have found out over the course of this year. When you are closing the Chromebooks, please close them gently, like so. Never slam the Chromebook closed like this. When you have to transport your Chromebooks, carry it with two hands with the cover closed in most cases, or store it safely in your book bag if you're going to another class. That is, as long as there's no heavy objects in your book bags, like a big thick book, anything that might press on the screen of the Chromebook and cause it to crack. Okay, so be careful doing that. If you have a laptop pouch in your backpack, like many of you do, please make sure your Chromebook goes into that. They are there to protect laptops and Chromebooks. Okay. Never lift the device by the screen. Never carry it by the screen. The only reason you should be touching the screen really is if it's a touch screen or if you're closing the Chromebook. Okay. And rarely, if ever, should you carry it with the screen open. Maybe if you're moving a few feet in the classroom, it's okay. But if you are moving a very short distance, carry it with two hands and hold it by the base, not the screen. Here you see appropriate ways to carry your Chromebook, two hands, the hug method, or like a football. Okay. Again, don't carry it by the screen. Don't hold it in one hand like this as you're walking. And of course, don't try to balance it on one hand while you're moving because even if you are great at balancing things, you never know. Someone may come by and accidentally knock it out of your hand. The final thing we want to talk about in terms of care for your Chromebooks is storing and charging. When you are not using the Chromebooks, make sure you store them in a safe location. Do not prop them up or sit them somewhere where they can fall. You see examples of this here and here. Even just a little fall like this onto the hard tile floor can crack a screen. So please, when they are not in use in the classroom, sit them somewhere safe. At the end of the day, make sure you return your Chromebook to the appropriate cart and numbered slot. So if you have number one, make sure you put it in number one. That way you can find your Chromebook each day. Make sure you charge them. Okay, that means plug them up and make sure the light comes on and that it is charging so it'll be ready to go for the next day. So, to ensure that these policies are taken seriously, and because of the increasing number of damaged Chromebooks and the cost associated with those damages, Going forward for the rest of this year, Chromebooks that are damaged due to not following these expectations will result in a financial cost to students and your parents. A minimum of $60 will be assessed for the damages. It could be more depending on what the damages are. Furthermore, any willful damage or neglect, that means you're kind of doing it on purpose or purposely not taking care of your Chromebook, could result in disciplinary action because it's damage of school property. In order to make sure your parents are aware of these expectations, your teachers will pass out a Chromebook user agreement that you will need to sign and you will need to take home and get your parents to sign it as well. Those agreements will need to be brought back by no later than February 13th. If this agreement is not returned, then you may lose your privilege to continue using Chromebooks. Thank you for your attention, and I know by working together we can continue using Chromebooks for learning here at Eastbrook. I hope you have a great day, Mustangs.